So thank you for joining me in this session where we will go through a sample template and understand what is that we should be having in our resume in order to express the recruiter or the interviewer the necessary information. First thing we have to understand is making it look very pretty is it's a good to have, but what is a must have is the information about me which should clearly be conveyed to my interviewer. All this document does is it helps whoever is interviewing, he should be able to understand who you are pretty easily without any hassle. He should be able to understand who you are, and what you have done, what projects have you worked on. These things are something which the interviewer should be easily able to understand and should be able to question you on those lines. To do that, I have built one sample resume. I'll be sharing this thing with you, a template which which you can use to build your own templates, or you could utilize that for whatever purpose you feel. So right now we'll just go over one sample template which I have built with that in consideration. It is very basic but gives an idea to any interviewer that this is what is being expected. Okay, perfect. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So if you see, this is a very pretty basic resume. You will have your name here. Okay, your name followed by which place you come from, and very important is include your LinkedIn ID. That gives them understanding that you are genuine, because they can visit that and see where exactly you are present. Right, if you're working, whatever it is, be genuine with your details and provide that, so it will give them understanding, followed by your email and your contact. This is pretty basic. This gives them understanding that where you are and what is that. A career summary. This shouldn't be a huge, a page long of document, but a brief understanding of who you are currently, what you're doing. For example, currently a Pega developer looking to transition into IT industry as a Pega system architect, and what your experience has been. I have experience in client facing position. I have achieved your whatever your certification is, if you have. And then you're working, if you're working full time, you can provide that. This gives him a clear understanding about what you're trying to do so far. Followed that, you can specify what is your education, where exactly you are, which university you're working, I mean you studied in, and give a brief understanding about that. For sometimes you are not from computer science background, that's fine. At least you can specify what university you are. If you have bachelor's, what bachelor's you have in, like that. So I have made sure that this is it has commerce also, information system, finance, doesn't matter, because anyone who understands Pega can build applications on top of Pega, so that shouldn't be an issue. Me myself, I am a mechanical engineer, so doesn't take a bit, so if people like us can do, you can also do. That is very first thing to understand. Perfect. So that is the basic understanding, and then of course specify what are your certifications which you have covered. For example, if you have your CSA, specify that. There might be other certifications. For example, you might have worked on some networking certifications or database related certifications or anything. You can specify that here. Of course, put your Pega certifications on top so that it gives him understanding or a clear notion that what certification you have with respect to Pega. It's also good to specify your version. I haven't put here, but you can put your version there. And following that would be the major piece where you will be telling what are the technical projects you have worked on. For example, if insurance application which uses Pega, you can specify that and add 2 to 3 lines about that, because I mean the chances of he going over that and reading that in detail is less, but always make sure you have few points about what that application is and what is your contribution there, right? And also, if as many applications you have worked on, you can put them here, followed by what is your work experience, like what exactly did you do or achieve in that particular project. So in company, if you have multiple company experience, you can put your company name and then what were you there. For example, if you are a business analyst, Pega business analyst in a given company, what did you do there? Worked with over 50 clients, understood the business requirements. I mean, I'll be giving you this template. Just go over this and build something around these lines. build something around these lines. So this will give them a clear understanding, or it's very brief. It's not even like 4 or 5 pages, one single page, and very crisp, and helps the interviewer understand, okay, this is what comes along with this candidate. That's what it is. Does it make sense, guys? Of you specify the period, so they'll be looking at, since from this period to this period, what were you doing, you know stuff like that. You have to specify that. It's good. Following that would be your skills, whatever your skills are. Of course, Pega would be predominantly those skill which you will be putting there. Along with that, you can add any other skills you have: troubleshooting, networking, or system administration if you have done, database management if you have done, anything like that. If you have extra, you can add that here. Of course, post which you will be adding any interpersonal. This is not like mandatory, but it's good to have, like there is space, and if you can add these details, good. Customer focused and effective communicator, and you're highly adaptable, you can make use of this. All these adjectives will add value to your resume. There's no magic mantra or anything which will change your resume and make look like anything. All this is doing is giving a basic idea about what you are. Does it make sense? Yes? No? Perfect. So
Abhi, I
yes.
have a doubt. Yeah, so in the career summary, so we need to mention the current version like 8.7 or
So in
8.6
career
something like that.
version, your question is what should I specify in the summary? I mean, it is good to specify what version you have worked on. For example, you might have worked on 8.6 and 8.7. Specify that. Okay, it gives them idea that you have worked on these versions. So sometimes it also helps them understand that, okay, I can't ask him. The interviewer who has come to you might have worked on 6.x, 5.x, and stuff like that, but those questions may not make sense to you, right? It gives him understanding that, okay, I should be asking him something latest. Does it make sense? Here explicitly you are telling that, okay, I have worked on this 8.6 version and 8.7 version. So it helps him also to channel his questions to that particular version. And it's easy for you also, because you will be only asked something which you have worked on. That is the reason behind specifying the version. Few of you might have worked on some languages also, like you might know HTML, Java, CSS, JavaScript, anything. It's good to specify that. You can specify what is your stack you come with. So it's always good to know what you bring to the table. If you are bringing all these skills to the table, it is always good to specify that, and it will help them. Does it make sense? Perfect.
Yes.
So if you know some foreign languages, for example, if they have a project in, you know, let's say Russia, and if you know Russian, if you know Chinese, if you can specify Chinese, it's a mandate that you need to know German, if you are in Germany. So some projects which need, you know, localization with respect to those particular countries, they can utilize those skills. Pega with that particular aspect is a really good combination. For example, someone who wants to work in Middle East, let's say there are a lot of projects coming up in Saudi Arabia, so someone who knows Arabic, he can put that, and he can be a best fit, though he might not be a LSA, because he understands the language. Transforming the requirement into Pega, it becomes easy. Even recruiter, when you try to think, doesn't it make sense? So this is a pretty basic template. So I'll be sharing this across also with you guys, so you guys can work on this, and and understand how exactly you can build your resume and take it further from there. So this is a brief understanding of how you can build your resume as well. So I'll be sharing across this template, build your resume, and then from there work on the product, understand each and every aspect, work on your interview skills, and from there I think we can take it further to trying to crack interviews in real world. Thank you. This is what I had for today. I'll catch you guys again in next lecture. Till then, keep developing on Pega. Thank you.